Hey everybody, Dan here with LeafScore.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing the View Plus from Airthings. This is an indoor air quality monitor that syncs with your phone and gives you real-time information about the air quality in your living space. I'm going to do a quick unboxing here. Then I'm going to do a full review of the product, give you my first impressions, and tell you what I think about it after some extended use. So let's dive in with the unboxing. So the Airthings View Plus comes in a simple box, so unboxing should be pretty easy. Let's get that cover out of the way. And then inside, oh, that's pretty nice. Breathe better, live better. Inside we have the main unit. A charging cable, so this looks like USB to USB-C. This looks like a quick start guide. Yep, it is just telling you how to set it up and how to use it on a daily basis. Here is regulatory information. They also give you self-stick adhesives to attach it to your wall, and there is a small silica gel packet in there. So aside from this, all of the packaging is cardboard and paper, which is really nice. We always love to see that. It's all recyclable. And then here is everything you get with your Airthings. You get the main unit, charging cable, and self-stick adhesives. Just a quick note that the charging cable does not come with a brick. So if you don't plan on plugging this into a laptop, you will need to supply your own power brick. I believe that this comes pre-charged, so there's looks like an activation strip here. So I'm gonna pull that out. That should have connected the battery. There we go. Breathe better, live better. Now we're getting prompted to add a device, so I'm going to read the instructions really quickly and I will be back once I get this figured out. Okay, so the instructions say that when you first turn on your device, you'll need to download the Airthings app, which I have done. It was a pretty quick process. You just need to put in your email address to make an account. And then you put in your country, and then that's it, really. You just have to confirm your email address and you're in. So it says here I have no devices set up, so I'm assuming this plus here will add a device. Bluetooth is required. I'm going to allow that. It already found the View Plus. That was very, very fast, so I'm going to click that and click Next. View Plus, device name, my home. That looks good, so I'll add that. It says I need to get a 6-digit pairing code shown on the device screen, so I'm going to click Get Pairing Code. Let's see if it, yes it does, that was very fast. 169099. Pair. It's going to have me connected to Wi-Fi. So I have connected to Wi-Fi, close, and it looks like the unit is on. It says here the Radon, CO2, and VOC sensors are collecting initial data. You will have the first reading in 3 days. Tap to learn more. So that's fine. I'm going to let this sit for 3 days and I will be back. All right, I'm back after 3 days. So the Airthings monitor has gotten base readings for radon and VOC in our home. So I'm going to give you a quick look at what you can access through the app. So you can see on the home screen here, you can scroll through these different things that the Airthings monitors. The first thing we have here is radon. So up here you have 3 hours, 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, and an entire year. So you can look at your settings over any of those timelines. So you can scroll through and get your radon readings for every hour that the monitor has been active. And of course you can go back days and even months. And it'll give you an active reading over that time scale. If you're not aware, radon is a carcinogenic. It comes from the earth. And it can be an issue in any property in America. All properties should be fitted with a radon detector, just to make sure that radon isn't seeping up through the foundation. So this monitor is great to have. It will give you your radon readings, and provided you turn on notifications, the app will alert you if your radon reading ever goes to a potentially dangerous amount. So we're going to go back to the home screen here. The second reading here is PM 2.5, which is the particulate matter in your air that has a diameter of 2.5 microns or less. So this is going to be very fine particles like dust or pollen. And then same thing down here, you can see how this changes over time. So you'll notice that we had a big spike here. I noticed that I got a notification when we were baking something. So we have an electric stove and an electric oven, so this would probably be even higher if you had a gas range. But this jumped up to 35, and it normally sat around, you could see the monitor here right now is at 5. And it usually sat a little bit lower than that. So big spike when we were baking. Other than that, our particulate matter has been pretty good. Next up, you have CO2. So you can see that our CO2 reading is poor right now. So our carbon dioxide is high in our home. So you can see our CO2 reading over this same period. Again, you have the time periods up there that you can change to look at. You can see that our CO2 has been pretty consistently high. Right now it is summer in New York, so we have our HVAC system running, which is probably the reason that our carbon dioxide is high. We do plan on addressing this. We didn't know it was an issue, so pretty cool that the Airthings monitor pointed that out for us. So the VOC, that's volatile organic compounds, these will come from things like paint, if you are staining inside. If you're using harsh cleaning chemicals, that's what this is going to refer to. So again, same thing, timescale up top, you can scroll. You see we have a spike here. I'm not sure what that is. I didn't get a notification when it jumped into yellow. I assume you only would when it jumps into red, as we did with the particulate matter when we were baking. So I'm not sure what this spike was. I'm going to check to see if you can set it to alert you when it jumps into yellow, because that would be pretty interesting to see where this came from. We had another little spike, but otherwise it's been in the green. Next up is humidity, so we'll take a look at that. And the interface on all these screens is the same, so really easy to read. It will tell you when it is too high or too low for humidity, which is pretty cool. Our average is 51%, and again, you can scroll through here and see how it changes over time. So humidity is important for sustainability and how energy efficient your home is, because high humidity levels can make cold air feel even colder and hot air feel even hotter. So if you have high humidity, you're likely going to call on your HVAC system more to make your living space more comfortable. Low humidity can present issues as well, so keeping it in the green range is a good idea. So it's cool that it shows you high and low in your home. Next up is PM1, so that's going to be particulate matter in your air that has a diameter of 1 micron or less. And you can see that we've been in the green, and then same big spike when we were baking. So that baking produced particulate matter in the air that was below 2.5 and below 1 micron in diameter. But other than that big spike, we've been pretty constant in the green. It also monitors temperature. So this probably isn't going to fluctuate much if you have an HVAC system. You can see we had a spike here that was likely during when we were cooking or baking or something similar, maybe had the door open a couple of times. But other than that, we've been pretty constant. This is natural to fluctuate as your heating and cooling system heat and cool the air. It's not always going to run to keep it at a constant temperature. And then lastly, we have pressure. So you're going to see pressure changes in here spike when you have doors or windows open. Your HVAC system can affect the pressure as well. Pretty cool that it tells you the pressure in your home. So you'll notice on this graph that there's no yellow or red line, and that's because the pressure in your home is never really going to be at a dangerous level, so there's no need to alert you when the pressure is high or low. The last thing up here is the pollen indicator, so you can click on that and you can actually enter your location, and you will see what type of pollen is an issue in your area, which is really handy if you have allergies. You can adjust how often you have the windows open or how much you're calling on your HVAC system to heat and cool your home instead. If you have allergies, to keep them outside and not in your home. So that's it on the app. That's everything that you'll be able to monitor. You can see here it says the radon sensor needs to gather data for 27 more days. So I did let it sit for 3 days, at which point it gives you your radon readings, and then after 27 days it is said to be more accurate, so you're going to want to wait for that to get an accurate radon reading. So I'll be back with a quick overview of my experience with the Airthings View, and I'll talk a bit about the sustainability of the company and the product as well. So overall, I'm really impressed with the Airthings View. Just a quick look at the unit itself. So on the home screen, it shows you the radon reading and the particulate matter, the PM 2.5 reading that we discussed in the app. And then if you wave your hand over the front, it will show you another reading. That second reading is to show you any issues that you have in your home. So you'll see when I wave, you see a red light up here. If you don't have any issues and all of the metrics are within the designated criteria, that will be a green light. As you saw in the app, our CO2 level in our house is rather high, so when you wave, it's red and it shows you CO2, indicating that that is the issue that you should fix. You can also customize this home screen so that it shows things other than radon and PM 2.5, so if you want to do that, you can, based on whatever is most important to you. Pretty cool. The unit itself is really solid. So it is made of hard plastic, and then there is a band of rubber on the bottom, presumably to let you sit that on a tabletop or a desktop. There are also mounting holes on the back here. I was a little bit surprised that the unit didn't come with mounting hardware. Most of the things that I buy like this are like smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, but not really a big deal. They have the mounting holes there, so if you wanted to mount this to your wall somewhere, you could just pick up some drywall anchors or screws if you're screwing into studs at a hardware store or home improvement store for a couple of dollars. So not a huge deal. But again, impressed with this unit. It feels very sturdy, and I love that it is chargeable, that you don't have to replace the batteries in this. You can just plug it in with the charging cable that it comes with, and you're good to go. So a little bit about the company as a whole. From a sustainability standpoint, 100% of the carbon dioxide emissions from shipping are offset. So we love to see that in any company, of course. It's going to make the company as a whole more sustainable, makes you feel a little bit better about buying the product. The packaging, as you saw, was entirely recyclable. Everything was cardboard. That could be the reason why they don't include those plastic drywall anchors. Just to make everything that they're shipping more sustainable. Airthings as a company also got the EcoVadis designation in 2022. EcoVadis is a company that looks at the sustainability of different companies from a environmental standpoint, a social standpoint. There are 4 different metrics that they look at, and Airthings got that designation in 2022, which is really great to see. Just as a quick note, EcoVadis looks at the supply chain of each company, which is a really important area where a lot of companies fall short on sustainability. And since Airthings has that EcoVadis designation, you can be certain that the supply chain is just as sustainable as the actual company itself. So overall, I'm really impressed with the Airthings View unit. It's very, very simple to set up. As you saw, it instantly connected to my Wi-Fi. It instantly detected when I went to connect it to my phone. It feels very sturdy. It's very easy to use, very user-friendly. The packaging is 100% recyclable. The company is environmentally sustainable. So really impressed with the product and the company as a whole. If you have any questions about the Airthings View, how it works, or how sustainable it is, you can leave a comment below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and it gave you some insight into how great of a product this is. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.